With Roblox YouTubers being cancelled, Roblox just got exposed, some huge new updates and so much more insane news. So if you're new, please subscribe to us get closer to 400,000 subs. Thank you so much and let's get into it. Let's start those KreekCraft responding to the drama. So if you weren't aware, yesterday I talked about some drama between KreekCraft and Flamingo. How it started was Flamingo made a video talking about like his nominations for this year's Bloxy Awards. And when it came time to video star of the year, he gave his thoughts on KreekCraft. And in the video he explained why he's not going to be voting for KreekCraft. He basically talked about how like the videos don't appeal to him anymore, and he thinks like KreekCraft's got kind of like content farmy, and he's been like Mr. Beastified, as people say.
Because a lot of like content farmy stuff, it just doesn't appeal to me. What happened? It's very Mr. Beastified.
And even though Flamingo wasn't being like harmful, he didn't mean it like in a mean way. A lot of people took this and started being mad at KreekCraft. There's a bunch of hate comments about KreekCraft explaining how they like don't like his content anymore and how they think his videos aren't good anymore. And it overall started some drama between KreekCraft and Flamingo fans. And anyways, in response to this, KreekCraft actually left a comment on my video. It was a very lengthy response, bro wrote like a whole essay, and at first I didn't want to read all that. But for the sake of the video, I did read all of it, and I'm going to give you guys a TLDR. Basically what KreekCraft says is that he's open to criticism, obviously, like he doesn't mind that. But he thinks the hate and drama here is kind of dumb for the following reasons. Firstly, he mentioned how that right now a lot of this channel is based around like horror content and like scary games, which tend to have an older audience. A lot of what he's talking about is how that people call him out for making content for like younger audiences, but in this post he's trying to talk about how his content actually does the opposite. He then goes on to say that he wanted to bridge the gap between Roblox just being seen as a kid game to like an older audience game, or for everyone. And that's why he joined like Misfits, which is his gaming organization that he joined. And he also goes on to say that in like his other channel videos he'd allow swearing, and on his main channel videos he includes like adult jokes, which have gotten demonetized, but he leaves them in just for the sake of like aging up his audience or aging up the view of Roblox. And then he ended just being confused, like if he does all these things, like allow swearing in some of his videos, adult jokes, then like why are people saying that his videos are only for kids now? And then he overall just ends with that like people are growing up, and then like if you watched him when he was Piggy, you're probably almost like an adult now if you were like 14 when Piggy started. Which is a pretty fair point. Like in my video I gave my thoughts on it, and I said that like it doesn't really appeal to me anymore, KreekCraft videos. Which, as a lot of you guys may know, I used to be a KreekCraft channel. I literally used to be known as like the KreekCraft guy, and I've been so ingrained with KreekCraft's content. But over the last few years, I've been stepping away from that, and I haven't really been in tune with this content. And a big reason for that is it doesn't appeal to me anymore. And as KreekCraft mentioned, it's probably just me being older now. Like I started to watch KreekCraft and get back into him like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So I would have been around 15, but now I'm 18 years old, so obviously like Roblox and stuff like that isn't going to appeal to me as much anymore. Especially like Roblox content. Like for me personally, I don't even watch Roblox videos anymore. Even though I cover Roblox, I don't really play the game anymore or watch videos on it. I literally only play Roblox to get background footage, and then I only watch videos to get news about it. That's literally it. But besides that, like my own time, I will never play Roblox or watch Roblox videos. It's not really for me anymore. Overall though, with all this drama, I can still see where people are kind of coming from. Maybe not for the fact that it appeals to like a younger audience, but the fact that his content's been kind of like content for me and like Mr. Beastified, as people say. Because the thumbnails are kind of weird and like dystopian now, and like the editing style is very fast paced and whatever. And I think that's like a big factor into it. Overall though, like I said in the last video, it works. He's one of the biggest YouTubers and streamers in the world, so he's obviously doing something right. And I don't blame him, like he's doing very well on YouTube right now. But anyways, with that all being said, let's move on to our next topic. Of that Roblox being exposed. So on the official Roblox TikTok, they posted something weird the other day. They reposted this video of someone online dating in Roblox, and like info sharing or whatever. Which is very weird because obviously Roblox said that you're not allowed to do that. Obviously we've all heard about the update that they're going to allow it soon, but it still isn't like enforced. So everyone was very confused, like why would they repost this, and like why would they like endorse this in a sense. And the thing is, it isn't even like their first time doing this. They always like comment and like repost on videos like these, which is very weird. And I mean overall, most people agree that Roblox definitely should not be reposting stuff like this, because it is just kind of weird. The video itself is very weird. Like no hate to Lana, the person who made it, like I understand like it is Roblox content, whatever. But for Roblox to be reposting is kind of the weird part. Bro, as I'm editing this, why did I say weird so much? I said it like 16 times in a row. Can I not think of like a different word? Anyways. But anyways, next we have some huge updates. Starting with the pretty big one being that Roblox has a new UI. The Roblox in-game menu is completely changed. And honestly, it is pretty good. It looks pretty sleek and like modern, and like everything else is pretty good. And this UI is new for mobile and PC. So you should be seeing it soon if you don't have it already. For the most part, it's the same thing, just different looks, but some of the buttons might be in like different spots, so you might have to get used to it. Usually when Roblox changes stuff, people don't like it, or it takes them like a while to get used to it. But right away, people are already saying it's good. So good on Roblox actually. I've seen some people saying that they don't have it, but it should be rolling out to everyone soon. And next, in-game ads are actually finally here. We've seen in-game ads teased for a long time and being like tested for a long time, but they're officially here. And the ads are actually a bit different than I thought. What I thought they were going to be is that Roblox controls them, and like that's how you get the extra Robux from it. I think that's still possible in a way, but now you can do your own like immersive ads. And it kind of works like a normal ad, but you actually have to like pay real money for it, which is kind of crazy, but it makes sense. And overall, it is kind of a controversial decision, because I know some people like immersive ads and some people don't like the concept of it. In my opinion, it really depends like what they're going to allow to be advertised. And with that being said, we already have some drama with this. And nonetheless, it's Pets and Max, who would have thought? So I don't know how people found this, but in their inventory they made a new ad. And the ad isn't advertising something on Roblox, they're actually advertising their like merch store, which is heavily against TOS. But as we've seen time and time again, if a Roblox game is popular and makes money, Roblox doesn't care. Pets and Max literally breaks the TOS every week, and Roblox does nothing about it because they make the money. So I'm wondering if Roblox is going to allow this. And with that being said, where's like the boundaries with this? What are we allowed to advertise? Can I advertise anything? Can I advertise like my YouTube channel? Like what's actually going to be allowed here? With that being said though, Preston hasn't advertised it yet. It's just in like their inventory. And he also tweeted out asking like what's allowed and what isn't. So it seems like for once they're actually trying to make sure that what they're doing is in the TOS. Which is very rare. Preston never does that, but good on him I guess. And overall, I'm very curious, like, are they going to allow stuff like this, or like, what is it going to be? In my opinion, it would make sense if you're only allowed to advertise stuff that's on Roblox. Because if you can advertise anything outside of Roblox, then I feel like that'd be kind of weird. Like, I can already see people getting away with like advertising scams somehow, and Roblox moderation just allowing it. This could end up being a huge mess if Roblox doesn't like moderate it properly. And knowing Roblox, their moderation just sucks in general. It's going to be very weird, but keep in mind this is optional. Roblox devs don't have to put the ads in their game. They can only add it if they want, and they get like a Robux boost. So for the most part, for like the most popular games, you probably won't see them that often, but you probably see them around. Because devs do get paid to add them to their game, and it is a nice little Robux boost for them. But anyway, let's get into our last story. Of a Roblox YouTuber getting a lot of hate recently. So VuxVux is a very popular Roblox YouTuber, one of the biggest Roblox YouTubers right now. And his channel's been blowing up recently, especially with shorts, and he's just like a very popular YouTuber in general. But with this, a lot of his recent content and like shorts people think are getting very weird. Like a lot of his videos are very weird and promote like weird topics to like children. Like look at his last two videos. Strong clapping my sinful wife for cheating and then rating my stepmom's ribs, and like look at the thumbnail. Overall, just very like weird content, especially for like little kids, which is who watches his content presumably. And it isn't just that. In some of his shorts he's being like blatantly like stereotypical to like some races, which are also pretty messed up. And overall, so many people on Twitter have been just clowning on him and hating on him. Mr. Busha said, "No joke, the video intro is, I just turned 18 and went home to my new stepmom. Actual loser behavior. Quit promoting this to kids for money." Schlapp said, "I know Chase Rooney made a boast on this, but how is Roblox domestic abuse content a thing for YouTube?" And Chase Rooney also said, "Bro, who watches this?" Just kind of clowning on the whole situation. And overall, just a bunch of people started calling him out and being mad at him for like this weird content. I mean, it does get views and it is very popular, but a lot of people think that like you shouldn't be just doing this stuff to like little kids or promoting this stuff to little kids. Which I mean, I agree with. A lot of the content is very weird, and you definitely know kids are gonna watch this, or kids are watching this. And also with the shorts being like stereotypical, like a bit racist. A lot of people said that it isn't actually that bad, or it isn't that racist or whatever. He isn't using like racist terms, he's just being very like stereotypical. Which some people interpret as not bad, but some people obviously interpret that as racist. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on all this news today. Some pretty crazy news and drama, and some pretty crazy updates. And if you enjoyed, check out this video to know the truth about the KreekCraft and Flamingo drama. See you in the next one.